How do you feel like practice went for you this week?
Practice overall good. You know what I'm saying? Just coming up with the scheme wise and coming down with the game plan on third down for really. I think we got a good plan going into this game.
What stands out about their defense when you watch them?
Really, they up front, man. They D line. They got a great D line, two great ends right now, and they playing good football up front.
How does that impact you or your mentality when you know that the offensive line's going to have to deal with that front?
Yeah, I believe in our guys up front, man. They've been playing outstanding football lately. That's the reason why we got those guys, and especially going up against this front. And especially in this division, we see good fronts every game. So it's just another chance for those guys to prove that they can play.
You know Malik at all? Do you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, I worked out with him during this off season. We got a chance to hang out a little bit outside of football. So we sent each other a text before the week, So finally, I told him I wanted his jersey. So nothing too much.
Does he remind you of you at all?
I've been told. I haven't really sat there and watched his film for all the way yet because it's been so much on my end. But I've been hearing it a lot.
What's that like to hear that somebody is now compared to you? Like, now that you've been away for a few years, what's that like to hear that?
Make me feel like I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that yet. You know what I'm saying? But Malik Nibbles got his own name, of course, but he's definitely an outstanding player.
Are you hoping that he plays on Sunday so y'all can kind of both be on the field and be on that offense?
I'm hoping that he plays, but I'd rather him be healthy more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And in the long run, that's what it's all about.
It's playing a night game in New York. Is that kind of get the juices flowing a little bit, playing in the big city?
I don't know, man. I never was the type to get hype over what we play at. I really just feel like it's another game against another good DB. We got to face another secondary. I actually know one of the other cornerbacks, Cardell Flott, went to LSU with him. So I think it'll be a good game with great matchups.
So you're not the type to get hyped about where you're playing. What does get you hyped up?
So playing football and having fun. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what gets me hyped the most. You know what I'm saying? Playing with my guys and having fun and just making plays. Because really when you're having fun in football, that's when you're winning and playing at your best.
The stretch the offense is on right now, Jamal, is this the best you guys have played over a multi-week stretch since you've been here?
No, we went to the Super Bowl my year, and we was going on good runs then. You know what I'm saying? So we could do better than what we're doing now. We just got to fix a couple runs into the end of the game. So defense get better, offense keep scoring on third down. Scoring in the red zone and making plays that we can.
Joe talked about, it's been talking about how the offense needs to play at a certain level. Do you feel any extra pressure to make sure that y'all score each time out or make sure that y'all performing as high as you possibly can to make sure that y'all are in a good position? Does there feel any extra pressure given where y'all are at right now?
It's not really pressure, man. It's just being comfortable and doing what we said we were going to do. We know what we're capable of in this offense. We know the guys that we have, the playmakers that we have. We just got to use them the best way we can and get those guys in space with the ball in their hands.
Zach said after Sunday's game that anybody who writes this team off, even though you're 1-4, would be dumb. Well, I'm assuming you agree with that. If so, why?
Yeah, like I said, it was the last one, man. We just got a lot of playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows that we're a great offensive team. And we always start slow with our defense. They always get it back at the end of the season and, pick up their pace. I feel like, it won't be too long until we turn this thing around. I know we started off slow, but, we're right there.
This is kind of uncharted territory. I'm sure you've never been 1-4. How is the mentality? Does it change at 1-4 going into a must-win, or is it the same?
Yes, it changes. It changes and it doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? You still want to have your same mindset for yourself going into the game, but as a team-wise, it has to change of just sticking together, playing harder, keeping everyone accountable, and that's the small things.
Joe talked yesterday about, he's still not spinning it maybe the way he wants, and he's still kind of getting back to that from the wrist injury. What's it like as a guy who's caught his passes for so many years? What's that adjustment been like for you on the balls coming in, and how you've had to adjust to him as he's recovering?
Yeah, I can't sit here and say that the difference in his passes have been different, because me and him is really just a lot of timing. You know what I'm saying? I got to be ready to turn my head when I get this route or this route. So with me and Joe, it's really time. I could care less of how the ball is coming at me. I know he might have like a ball where it might get tipped or like a little bad one every here and there, but I don't really see much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Not even the timing wise.
What's that like as a receiver knowing that, he's going to throw it so early in your route, like you may be before your second break, and the ball's going to be out, and you just trusting that it's going to go to a spot. What's that like as a receiver?
Honestly, bro, I don't even know. I didn't even know he threw the ball that early last game until after the game. Somebody was telling me he threw it, and I wasn't breaking. But usually, as a receiver, bro, you just got to worry about your position, your job, and just be accountable at your job, get open, and then let the quarterback just throw you open. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and that was just one of those plays where I just looked up and the ball was floating in the air. So one of those.
You always expect every time you step out on the field to make an impact play, but has there been anything, whether it be the Commanders game, the Panthers game, and this past game, where you've honestly shocked yourself that you were able to score on a play? Has there been one of those for you that even you were like, wow?
Probably the Panthers play. It took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to score that. I wasn't even expecting really to get the ball in that play, if I'm being honest. So that was not really,
Where were you at in the progression on that?
last. I wasn't expecting it at all. So he snapped all the way back.
On the long screen touchdown, on a play like that, where you make a cut or a turn and you see all that green in front of you, what's that feeling like in that moment?
Just run to the open space, man. Just run to the open space as fast as I can, and just get a feel for who's around me.
That 70-yarder, when you split the tight ends, I guess, are you thinking it have, what did you think you were going to see?
I don't know. Usually Baltimore are one of the teams that cheats the bubbles. They call it out even when we lining up. I don't know. I just try to hurt me get my hands on the ball and square my shoulders up so I can see downfield. And as soon as I did that, it was already a crease there for me as I was leaning forward, and all my momentum just took me through.
I mean, I guess you feel like you can outrun anybody, I guess,
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah. A couple people, yeah.
No receiver's ever had 60-plus touchdowns in 3 straight games. You've got 2. Think you got another one in you?
I got more in the tank. Don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna get there. Hopefully,
You said you didn't care about the where, New York, but does the win matter? That it's a standalone game on national TV. Is there something to you guys wanting to show the country that you're not a 1-4 team? You're better than that.
I think we proved that last game. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, numbers don't lie, of course. But I think we proved that we still can play in this league, and that we're still, playoff team caliber. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and everyone knows that just because of the playmakers we have, and we got faith in our defense. Once the defense get picking up, and then we'll lift off from here.
You mentioned the defense, and there's been criticism for the number of points they've given up and things like that. Is there anything you feel like, as an offensive guy, that you could say or do at practice or whatever it might be, say to those guys to try to bring them along to get them to where they want to be?
I can't really say too much besides probably picking at a certain receiver route or like what he does best, probably to like one of the corners or nickels, one of the guys like that, and just give him like small tendencies. But other than that, I can't really say much on the defensive side perspective.
What gives you the confidence that they will get back to where they can be?
Yeah, I've seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? I've seen us be at the worst, you know what I'm saying, and build from it. This is one of those moments, and I know we can do it just because the people we have around us, and no one in this locker room wants to quit or have quit in them.
Do you have any superstitions on game day?
Yeah, I just listened to like 5 of my favorite songs in order. I got like a certain order I listen to them in, and I gotta play like one song right before I hit the field. So I just always been like that.
Is My Cousin Kodak, is that?
It's one of them, yeah.
Okay. Where's that in the rotation?
That's the second song.
What's
It's
the last
always the-
one then?
Straight Bars by Kodak. Yeah.
It's always the same order.
It's always been the same order, yeah.
Since when?
Since college, for real, when I started to like save those musics and stuff. Yeah.
You talk about the belief that y'all, obviously believe y'all are better than the record indicates, but at what point do y'all need the results to back that up?
Right.
And, especially now y'all are entering week 6.
Man, it's got to start right now. You know what I'm saying? I would say we all would have thought it would started last game, and the streak would have started last game just by we set the tone of coming out, you know. But you know, we got to do that this game. This has to be the game we set the standard right here and leave it all on the table.
Is it too much of a leap to call it a must-win, or do you feel like y'all got this? Got to happen.
It has to happen. Just like the Baltimore game had to happen, this game has to happen, and the next game after that has to happen.
Derrick Henry has made some headlines recently just about like his diet and how meticulous he is with his diet, and it's clearly helped him play as long as he has. For you, I mean, it seems like each year you're getting better. What is your like maintenance program like for you to be able to get to the level that you're at?
Like full, like everything you think.
Yeah, like what do you eat? How do you like? What's special about the way you take care of your body?
I'm not really one of those guys that sit there and try to like eat real healthy. I'm not gonna lie. I can eat horrible and still play the good. So I don't think that's something that I try to stay away from. But I'm really big on just making sure my body's taken care of, like treatment wise, needles, you know, massages. I really do a lot of that stuff. I do the cryo machine we have here almost every day in the morning time, just to make sure my body's up to date. So that's really my biggest thing, is just making sure like my body's always at a level for me to play at.
What's your go-to unhealthy meal?
Here,
Here.
probably Joella's chicken, bro. They got like chicken and waffles. I love their waffles and chicken and waffles. So that's a good spot.
You talked to Chad Johnson at all about McDonald's
Thing. Nah, man, I'm leaving it with Chad. I just do like the little breakfast McDonald's. I love their breakfast. So I'm a McGriddle guy. I don't eat like the Big Macs no more. Nah.
Do you eat the same thing before every game?
Nah, I used to. I grew out of that. So I think I don't know why I grew out of it. I just did. I used to eat like hot sausage sandwich with like eggs on it. So.
What's your back home cheat meal?
Say it again.
What's your back home cheat meal?
I don't know, but when I go back home, I eat so good, I don't think it's cheating. I don't think that's cheating, eating that good.
What's on the menu, though?
Anything you think of, pasta, gumbo, like po' boy sandwiches, pork chops, crawfish. I mean, literally everything. As soon as I go home, I like ask for it all.
Are you a beignet guy?
Yeah, but I haven't ate that in a minute, so it's been a long time since I had that.
You're obviously this is QB1 treatment for you media-wise. Have you become cognizant of how much of a star you've become over the years? Like, how much does that kind of cross your mind?
You know, I always realize it when I play 2K, bro. I know that's kind of like random, but so like 2K, like they give us like the NFL players like a football over our head, and it has like our name on the game, so we can't sneak and play the game at nighttime because it's gonna say Jamar Chase is on the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I realized I'm starting to get a little more global when kids get on the mic and screaming my name. You know, so it's just funny seeing it.
What's your reaction like when kids realize that it's actually, like, you're talking about number one Madden, correct?
Yeah, like if I was on the game, they know it's me playing, so they see my name saying it's Jamar Chase, but they just be happy to play against me. Like, oh, they be telling me like you messed up my fantasy and stuff like that. So.
Does anybody get real toxic in the comms or no?
Yeah, it gets toxic in the comms. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta turn it off.
What's the most toxic thing for the comms? That somebody's like willing to say no when they got Jamar on the mic. And you can say here.
I can't say it. No, it's not that toxic. Nah, but the craziest thing, there's probably just something like, F you sold my fantasy, or I'm tired of you and the Bengals, or Steelers rule, or something like that. You know, some trolling stuff they do. You know?
It just makes you laugh.
Yeah, I just laugh at it because they don't really know it's me playing at the end of the day. They just see my name, so it's funny.